Alright, we are back. Back with final qualifying. Hopefully, it's not going to do this again. What's causing this? Every time it happens, it's either usually in practice or quali. It doesn't seem to happen in the race, but it's when I press the touchpad to start, looking at other drivers on the grid. Whenever I do that, that's what causes my game to freeze up. It soft locks, and the controller basically becomes unusable. And it doesn't matter whether I turn the controller off and switch my other controller on and start using that instead. The game has just locked up, and I can't input any commands whatsoever. And the only way I can resolve that is to close the game down completely and relaunch it. It's really annoying, and it's becoming more and more frequent, which is why I've been trying to avoid looking at other drivers while we've been in quali and practice sessions. But curiosity got the best of me, because Ricardo went top of the grid, and I pressed the button when I shouldn't have, and it broke the game. So yeah, fingers crossed. It's not going to happen during the race. Like I say, it hasn't happened during a race so far, but it is so frustrating.
Radio check, can you hear me?
So once again, we're going to
radio check, okay. Radio check, okay.
Wait till the end of the session. This does give the other drivers a bit of a reprieve, and I don't think Ricardo's going to be able to duplicate that and get himself up to P3. Who knows? He might get out right behind one of the Red Bulls again. I could only assume it was Verstappen. Maybe it will happen again, who knows, but we are not going to be drawn into temptation and have a look and see who is where. We're just going to let the session run down once our drivers are out there. Where is Ricciardo? He's behind Perez again, so he's going to go for it again. Right, so Russell is behind. We need to get him in front. There we go. So, Verstappen currently sits top, just ahead of Bottas. Perez in second, and tied for second, but dropped to third as a result of either a minute difference in the time, which isn't displayed, or simply because he was, he set the time after Bottas did. Oh, it looks like someone's made a mistake. No, I'm looking at the wrong pairing. That's Bottas at the back of the field with Verstappen behind him. Ricciardo does jump Verstappen again. He got the toe off of Perez and goes top. 14.4. That's slower than I was expecting. We should walk this then. 1-2 coming up. You can see how much gas is closing up with the slipstream there. And there we go. We have a 1-2. And we've ended the session. So, we have avoided another soft lock crash. That's good.
Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Williams made short work of the qualifying session here and have been rewarded with strong grid positions to start the race. While this isn't the strongest grid position for Ferrari, qualifying isn't everything. I'm curious to see if they can go against the tide and make this race work for them. The weather today is damp with some light rain. Conditions could be quite unpredictable here, and teams will be having a headache trying to finalize their strategies.
Meanwhile, in the grandstands, the red wave is swelling. So let's find out who wins the day here at IMOLA.
Okay, let's have a look at what's predicted for the weather and then throw that out the window because it's almost certainly going to end up being completely wrong. We're starting on inters. Here is the first choice. Do we stay on inters or do we go straight to wets? And I think, because I'm at the front of the grid, I might gamble and go straight onto wet tyres here. It's it's going to be what, 5 or 6 laps. I'm not sure how wet that's going to be at the start of the Grand Prix. It says track water 1 mil. If we go on full wets, they are not going to cope. But we could save a pit stop, but we would lose a lot of time. Oh, this is a tough decision. Do I gamble and go straight onto the full wets? How much am I going to lose over the first few laps to save on not having to pit at all? I think I'm going to split them. I think I'm going to take that gamble with Russell because his engine's in better shape. I'm going to put him onto the full wets. So let's just get rid of this because that's useless. We're not going to have any dry running at all, you know, according to the prediction. We're going to start on the full wets. And then we're going to have a change onto inters partway through the race. Probably somewhere around about lap 30. Probably a little bit earlier than that, actually. Probably somewhere about lap 25, 26. Let's go lap 27, just to be on the safe side. And then we're looking at another stint on full wets at the end of the Grand Prix. Somewhere around about here. So that's our strategy there. We are going to gamble and start on the full wets. For Gasly, I'm going to go more conservative. We're going to start on the inters. Use Russell maybe as a block, and then, you know, hopefully pull a bit of a gap to the rest of the field for the first round of pit stops when he goes on to full wets. There's every chance that Russell might get held up behind some cars that don't pit on, you know, straight away for the full wets, which will give Gasly a chance to make some ground back up to his teammate again. So we want to go inters, wets, then inters, and then wets. We're looking at somewhere around about lap 50, 51. Inters, we're probably looking somewhere around about lap 26, 27. We're looking at full wets somewhere around about lap 6. So yeah, let's split the strategy. Let's hedge our bets with Gasly and go for the big gamble with Russell. In terms of fuel, I'm going to take 1 lap of fuel out of the car. That should be all I need to take out. And driving options, Gasly is going to go aggressive, very aggressive off the line. And Russell's going to be a little bit more conservative off the line, but he is going to... I don't want to push the tyres too hard, but I do want to push the fuel, and I do want to push the battery off the line as well. So, let's see how we do. And before we go any further, I'm going to save this just in case it locks up again, so that I can just reload that strategy straight in. So, we'll overwrite. There we go. And off we go.
We have a little bit of rain here. I expect most of the teams are hoping that's as bad as it gets. And there we have Pierre Gasly. They're in pole position, and they've got to be happy about that. And here we can see Russell. After an impressive qualifying performance, they're starting today just behind pole. The teams are ready to go. The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go.
Look at the start from Gasly. For Russell, he's a second ahead before... He's going to be like 2 seconds ahead before we even get to the first corner. Can I hold off them? Can I hold off Ricciardo? I can. Ooh, that was close. And the track is very, very damp, but not very wet. So, yeah, this is going to be a struggle for Russell. He's 5 seconds behind Gasly. Wow. Look how far the difference is. Gasly's just sprinting off into the distance. This is working out beautifully in terms of... Oh, there goes Verstappen. But we held him up for 7.5 seconds, nearly. In the space of half a lap.
Red Bull moved up.
And there goes Perez as well. Magnussen runs wide.
Let's take a look at the replay. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here.
Oh, that might have damaged his underfloor.
That's far wider than they would have.
Oh, he's on full wets as well. So we're not the only ones that took this gamble. Who else gambled? Oh, quite a few. So Ricciardo and Bottas also went for the gamble. That's excellent because they're holding up Ocon and Porsche. Sainz and Leclerc, the Ferraris, also took the gamble. Magnussen, Albon, Stroll, Vasseur, Schumacher and Zhou. More teams took that gamble than I thought they would. You know, I didn't think anyone else would maybe do that. I thought maybe 1 or 2 drivers might, but wow. Okay, we can ease that off now then.
And recharge on, recharge off.
And we can ease that off. We'll drop the engine tyre pace. Actually, no, we'll go back onto neutral.
Need to drop the pace.
Copy.
Okay, Ocon is through against Ricciardo and Bottas. He's going to be all over the back of us very quickly. Yeah, look at that. He's charging. Oh, he's going to be flying past. There we go. Straight around the outside. Porsche now splitting the 2 Mercedes as well. Our former driver is going to be jumping on us pretty soon.
You can go recharge off if you want.
What's the gap? We've got a 9-second lead over Gasly already, but look how far behind we are against Verstappen and Perez. I think we've kind of screwed this up. And it's too late to do it. We can't do anything about it, because if we come in for inters, we're going to get 1 or 2 laps on the inters before we have to come straight in and put the wets back on. It's not really going to be worth it. The time we would gain, we would lose just in the pit stop. So we've got to just top this out. Gasly's on for a really good result now. Russell's going to have a hell of a fight in this race just to get back onto the podium now. This strategy has not worked out at all. Oh. The track water's going up quick. It's going up fast. Is this Is this the lap?
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
I think we might be on the upward climb. Let me have a look. Where's Gasly? It's too early to pit this lap. We'll go one more lap. Actually, no, I'm gonna box this lap. If I can get that in quickly enough. Am I quick enough? Just.
Box.
Ah, I wasn't quick enough. Okay, so he's going to do one more lap. It's not doom and gloom. I was looking at that as how far off I'd be to Gasly. It's not how far I am off to the Red Bulls, but it's still a long way. Norris has got past me. But now the rain's really coming down. So, okay. Thank God it was lap 4 and not lap 6 that the rain started coming down, you know, at this level. Now Russell's pace is going to start picking up again. And he muscles his way past.
Awesome, keep it up.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
It's worked out perfectly actually for Gasly, you know, staying out that extra lap. It's just hitting that point now of no return on those tyres. As he makes it back to the pits. Timing on that was pretty much perfect for him. So he's going to come out in the lead still. You know, once you take Verstappen out of the equation. Oh, Perez has stayed out as well. Both Red Bulls have stayed out. Oh, okay. Does that mean it's... Oh, don't tell me it's not going to get wet. It's got to get wet enough, surely. Don't tell me that's it. No, track's going to get very wet in the next couple of minutes. So this is just a preemptive. It's going to get wetter. Even though the water level is coming down, it's going to spike up again in a moment. Right, how far are we behind the Red Bulls? 25, 26 seconds. Let's keep an eye on that time, see if it starts to come down or if it keeps going up. Water level is holding steady now at 3.83. It's going to... There we go, it's going back up again. So, are the Red Bulls going to react? Have they got time to react? No, they don't. Both of them are staying out, which means potentially only one of them's coming in next lap. We're already... Look how quickly we just caught the back of Porsche there once that rain switched. He's got to dive in, surely. Ocon's in. Porsche's staying out. Okay, let's get in clean air. Can't make the overtake if we're stuck in dirty, you know, stuck in the gearbox of the car in front. There we go. Now we can really start to hunt down our teammate and those two Red Bulls.
Good job. Excellent job.
So now the race is coming back to the wet tyres. But I think it's too much for pretty much everybody else at the moment to get back in front of them. Let's see, Ricciardo might, if he can get past Porsche quickly, Ricciardo might jump one or two of the Red Bulls, assuming that they both pit. Yeah, you can't hold on from wet to dry anymore. You used to be able to, but you can't now. Verstappen is in. What about Perez? Perez is having to stay out. No, Perez is pitting as well. So Ricciardo is through. I don't know if he's going to be able to jump the pair of them. He might get Perez. We're going to get them both, just. I think it's going to be close. Yeah, we're through. Ricciardo did jump Perez. He's just a second behind. Oh, he's jumped Verstappen as well. Okay, so it nearly worked for Red Bull. It definitely worked for Gasly. But that's mainly because Russell held everybody up for the first half a lap and cost them 9 seconds. Okay, so now we've got an endurance race between our two teammates to see who is going to come out on top. Russell has the better engine, but he has worse tyres. I think he is slightly better in adaptable conditions as well. So we've played this just about perfectly. I was really worried when I saw how slow that water was going and how slow Russell was compared to the Inter runners. I thought, oh, that's Russell's race screwed, but he's sitting comfortably in second place here, 12 seconds off his teammate, but 8 seconds ahead of Ricciardo and pulling out a gap. Evening, Jeremy. Good to know the pipes are in working order. Let's have a watch of this little battle here. I'd like to see Ricciardo get on the podium, yeah, get that third place. Partly because it screws over Verstappen, partly because it's the Honey Badger. I've always found that nickname quite odd as well. I mean, it's just the name of Honey Badger as a nickname, sounding wise, you know, phonetically, it seems to suit Ricciardo. But Ricciardo's one of the nicest, kindest drivers, the most popular drivers in the history of Formula One. Everybody loves him. And the Honey Badger is one of the most vicious, hated animals in the entire animal kingdom. There's just a complete paradox with that nickname. Honey Badgers are pure evil. They really are. So Russell has taken about a second out of Gasly over the last few laps. Track is already starting to dry up a little bit. Is it going to get wetter again? We do have more heavy rain scheduled. Have to wait and see if the water level goes back up again, or if we're already on the downward slope towards back to Inters. Vettel all the way down in 20th right now. Alonso is up to 17th. Porsche, having been up in a high spot earlier on, is now down in 19th place. So some of these guys who started on Inters, it has not worked out for them at all. It's put them way out of position. And Verstappen is closing back in on Ricciardo. Say Russell is definitely closing back in on Gasly as well. That gap now 10.5 seconds nearly. Leclerc's been caught out as well. He's all the way down in 10th. He's stuck behind the two Haas cars that are fighting each other. Oh! A massive lock-up. The two Haas cars took each other out. Wow.
The car's off there.
And there is the increase in water level again. We've got to see that crash.
Now just focus on the Haas.
We cut to this this fight just at the right time. Look at that.
You can
Bang.
really see the contact there, and that caused a lot of damage.
Just a bit. They've both got penalties. So they're both completely screwed over. They've both got penalties. How bad's the damage to Magnussen's car? He's got no front wing at all. Verschoor, I think he's out.
Safety car.
I think Verschoor's retired.
And stay positive on the delta.
Oh, he's holding... What's going on here? He's holding up Tsunoda. Oh, man. Look at the back of his car. It's wrecked. And then the race has been red flagged. Okay, so...
Red flag.
we're going to be starting on Inters, I think.
Let's take a closer look. Now just focus on the Haas.
Hmm. 3 minutes after the restart, 90% chance of heavy rain. Water on track. I think I might stay with Inters for this. I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to go Inters. I think the track's going to be drying when we get back on.
And soon we'll
Oh no,
continue
no,
this race.
no, the water level's going way up.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Oh, we're the only ones on Inters. Oh.
Copy.
Russell's already been overtaken by Ricciardo. It's going to be wet for ages,
Nicely done.
according to this. Where's this extra water come from?
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
Oh, man.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Rain's going to be easing off. Do I stay on these inters now? I think I have to.
Head in the game.
I think I have to stay on these inters. It's still getting wetter.
No way.
I've gone from absolutely dominating to just completely screwing myself over. And Ricciardo's in the lead.
Red Bull moved up.
So frustrating.
Oh, I'm on the wrong tyres in really bad weather conditions. I'm just getting swamped. I'm having to pull over to let everyone through. Oh, this has gone horribly, horribly wrong. Alright, the water level's coming down. I don't know where all the extra water came from. I've got to stay out. I can't come in. I have to stay out. I may as well start recharging the batteries.
Charge on, charge on.
Okay.
Push the fuel a little bit.
No lift and coast required.
Copy.
Let's tell them not to fight each other. The last thing I want is for them to do what Haas just did and take each other out.
Yeah.
We just got to tough it out now. Wait for that. By the time we pit, I don't think we're going to make the time back up. We're going to be fast in the race, but you know, once we get on the right tyres, or when the conditions match our tyres. But until then, we're going to plummet down so far behind everybody. We might not get back to the podium in this race. We've been here before, though, with the wrong tyres at Imola. Season 2 with Williams. Who knows? Another safety car could, well, maybe even another red flag, but we could see another big crash.
Seems to have been a lockup. Let's see what happened there. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. Just a bit too heavy on the brakes, and they've locked up.
How far off the pace are we? I dread to think. Oof, that's painful. That's painful. Alright, I've got to pray for a safety car in this race now, because that's the only way I'm going to stand a chance of winning this thing. And it stopped drying up again. Oh, come on. Alright, Russell is faster than Gasly, so let's swap them over. Russell is also fully charged on his ERS. Just about. Track is starting to dry again. That's good. Need it to dry faster than this though.
Need a recharge off. Coming.
Am I going to get lapped before I even get the chance to get my pace up? That's a very real concern right now. I'm already 51 seconds off the back of the leaders. After 2 laps. 2 laps. Everyone quickly break out their dehumidifiers. Crank up the hair dryers to maximum. We need to dry this track out quick.
Charge off, charge off.
Okay.
Twelfth win in 12 races. I'd settle for 12th place right now. My glorious masterstroke has not really turned out that way. Track is drying, but it's not drying quickly enough. But it is drying too quick for me to switch onto wets. I probably should have just hit the pits at the end of that first lap and just burnt the tyres as hard as possible to make ground back up again. Now lap times are coming down. That's our 147. Oh, this has been an utter disaster.
Look at that! They've run wide! Here's the replay. Now let's look at this. The focus on Sonoda. They're forced wide, and there we can see them slide off.
I'm going to get lapped. I can see it happening. Still drying up too slow. Come on, speed up a bit. So the question now is, what can we salvage from this race? Can we salvage points? We're almost certainly going to lose the lead in the Drivers' Championship. I mean, barring a miracle. But if we can get into the points, we might be able to hang on to top of the Constructors. We've got a 34-point lead. So we might still keep the Constructors lead. But yeah, the Drivers' title lead is gone. Oh, there they are. Oh, that's a horrible sight. 5 laps. That's all it took for them to catch me. 5 laps. Okay. Russell found an extra 2 seconds on that lap. Still a long way to go, yeah, but I have got to unlap myself. When the track comes good, I will suddenly get a big boost of speed, but I'm going to lose so much time doing that. Pulling over and letting cars on full wets through. And then I'm going to get held up by the cars on full wets that don't immediately box for inters. Car's definitely gaining some speed in the corners. Oh God, don't tell me I'm going to get lapped by the whole field. It's a very real possibility. Where is... Oh, Russell, that is 19th, that's Russell. Yeah, that's Gasly. Not much. He's right there. How did Russell get back in front of Gasly? Oh, of course, the restart. Oh, are they still under instruction? No. They're not. Okay, well, Gasly, don't fight your teammate. Porsche is 17th and he is not that far behind me on track. Track is finally starting to come my way. It's still not dry enough. How can the tyres be overheating? They're drowning. Someone spun. I thought that was Russell for a second. It wasn't. It was... no. Now we're tripping over each other. It was Tsunoda who
Let's have a look.
had a spin.
Now just take a look at the McLaren. Look at that.
Oh, it's a very weird spin. And that's Porsche, and that's the whole field. Well, no, technically it's not because Tsunoda hasn't gone through yet, but it's as good as. Alright, we're almost at a point where we can be competitive. Alright, I'm gonna take that instruction off now so they don't keep tripping each other up. Retire both cars, save the engine. Well, no, a safety car brings me right back into this. Don't forget we can unlap under the safety car now. We've already had one massive shunt that took out both the Haas cars. You know, this is a circuit where you can get safety cars. pace is coming to me. I'm going to unlap myself on quite a few of these cars in the next lap or two when they start coming in for wets, coming in for inters. And you know, I've got the fastest car on the grid, so I can, once I get good enough conditions, I can start gaining ground. I've just got to get to those conditions. We're almost there. And like I said, a safety car, and I'm right back in this. I'm going to give it another 20 laps. If I haven't made up enough ground with 20 laps to go, then I'll look at retiring. You see Russell at 132 there. He's, you know, just a few seconds off the pace now. He should have enough pace in the car to stay ahead of Tsunoda now. He should even start to close in on Porsche. There we go. We're into Inter territory. Is anyone going to jump yet? Yes, the leaders are all jumping. Which means that little trio of cars, or that little train of cars in front of us, they're all going to pit. I'm going to unlap myself from all of those, plus the ones directly in front of me as well. So I'm going to get myself unlapped up to Magnussen. I'll probably get past Magnussen as well, because he has a 5-second penalty that he has to serve. And then the cars that are staying out, I'm going to claw up a big bit of time on them before they then pit the next lap. It's not doom and gloom just yet. I mean, it's pretty gloomy, but it's not that doomy yet. Not quite. 18th and 19th, what happened? It's worse than that. It's 18th and 19th and a lap down to the entire field. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 3. We've had a crash.
There's been a crash. We can take a look now. So this was the Aston Martin.
Never get a safety car on that corner. And he's just pitted as well. So he's going to have to do a whole lap without a front wing and then pit again. So that's one car automatically that we don't have to worry about now.
Only can use the deploy.
Yep.
And there we go. We've unlapped ourselves against Norris. Sorry, against Tsunoda. No, that's Norris. Tsunoda's behind us, I think. Right, anyone else still on wets? Porsche is still on wets. He hasn't pitted yet. Magnussen's still on wets. Alonso is still on wets. That's it. Everyone else is pitting. So we've unlapped ourselves to a few of these cars. Not as many as I would have liked, but certainly a few of them. Got to get past them quickly if I want to stand the chance of actually getting through. Another yellow flag.
Keep an eye on your battery.
Copy.
Trying to find a way through against that Ferrari. It's just proving a bit tricky. If I can get through, I can get ahead of it and I can pull away from it. I've just got to get past it. Getting held up here by Porsche. Magnussen in the lead is holding everybody else up and he still has to pit. Come on, be brave on the brakes. Oh, that was so close to contact. All right, we're. Oh, I thought we were through. I thought we were through. All right, we are through. There we go.
Okay, we need some deploy.
Okay.
And keep an eye on the battery.
Okay.
Ricardo has got through against Magnussen. That's going to make things a little trickier.
Can we do lift and coast?
Copy.
Come on, up the inside, up the inside. Oh, every time.
Charge on.
Copy.
Gasly is struggling to get himself on laps here. And I'm going to have to get blue flags in a second as well. Because of that Alpine coming through. Ah, there we go. God damn it. And the Ferrari's through. How long did it take me to get Williams good? I won the Constructors' Championship and the Drivers' Championship in Season 2. So, yeah, one season. But it was a tough fight. I mean, Gasly really transformed the team, signing him. Season 2, he comfortably won the Drivers' Championship. I think he won it in Mexico. But the Constructors' Championship went down to the final laps of the final Grand Prix of Season 2. That was really close. Unfortunately, I made a really, really bad strategy call on a red flag restart here, and
Charge
it
off.
has not worked. I am not just 18th and 19th, I'm lapped. And I'm trying to unlap myself against some of the field here. Alright, finally got past Porsche.
Lift off for the fuel.
Can start unleashing some pace in that car again. Let's go neutral here.
So we will go recharge off.
Yeah, copy.
I'm praying for a safety car right now to get me back into a chance of actually getting back on the lead lap and fighting back through the field. Damn it, I'm getting fully flagged.
Watch those curbs. Copy.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the curbs. Another lockup. It's a safety car! Yes! Right. I'm already a lap down, but I'm going to put on some brand new inters. Pit options, fresh inters. Fresh inters. This is what I was hoping we would get. A safety car. That is fantastic.
Sounds like there's been a crash. Let's take a look at the
Oh wow!
replay. So
This is the first
was
time
the
I've ever
Aston
seen a
Martin.
safety car for a crash at turn 7. Normally somebody goes
Thank
into the wall at
goodness
Tosa and
nobody
it's
else
just
was
a
involved.
yellow flag.
That was a big
Not even
crash.
a virtual. It's the first time. Oh wait, no, it's because he's got no wings left.
That's going to be
So
a
the car
big blow
can't
to the
carry on.
team. Will they be
Because that's
able
the
to
second time
recover?
he's crashed there this
We'll
this
see.
race. His car can't continue. That's why it's been a safety car. So all that hard work we did to try and unlap ourselves against some of these guys, it was going to get undone again. But we are going to then get the chance to unlap ourselves under the safety car. So we can get back onto the lead lap. And now we're in the fight. Now we can start to fight our way back through into the points again. I'm just glad that the safety cars come out now and not 10-15 laps time, which would have left us no real chance at all. We'll be starting at the back of the grid, and we might not even catch the back of the train before the car comes back in again, but we will be on the lead lap and we will be significantly faster than the cars in front, not just because we've got probably the best car on the grid right now with those new updates for this race, but we've got brand new tyres, so we should have a little bit of a grip advantage. We do. Are we going to see Porsche, Magnussen and Alonso take this opportunity to pit? Oh, don't tell me the track's going to start getting wetter again. It shouldn't do, not for a while. But then we know the weather centre's completely broken at the moment. So far, the wet tyres are staying out. Very surprised by this. Alright, Ricciardo's going to pick up the safety car on this next lap. Field's going to bunch up and then we're going to get the instruction to unlap ourselves. And we're going to be the only two doing that because we're the only ones lapped. Track's drying again. Good, 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 good. Can't believe how long it's taken us to actually get Ricciardo onto the back of the safety car here. Oh, if this car comes in at the end of this lap, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be so pissed. Don't you dare come in. Not celebrating yet. There we go. Now I can celebrate. Yes! Oh, I've been waiting so long for that, man. Looks like I need a magic wand and a miracle for this race. There it is. There's my miracle.
And recharge off.
Charge off.
Okay.
Push hard, push hard.
Yeah.
Will I catch the pack up?
No lift and coast required from our side at the moment.
It depends if the safety car comes in this lap or not. Oh! We've got another crash.
A lot of debris.
That's even better. That's going to extend the safety car. And it's going to... Ricardo's got a broken wing. And a penalty.
It's a collision. Let's see what happened there. We're just watching the Red Bull.
What happened here? He just spun.
You can clearly see the contact there.
And then
that caused
Verstappen
a
runs
lot of
into him.
damage.
And it's Ricardo who gets the penalty. That's bonkers. Alright, well, Russell is through. Gasly's trying to get through. Beep, beep, beep. Coming through, coming through. Oh, safety car's ending.
Safety car in this lap.
Copy.
I'm on the lead lap. There's multiple cars that have got problems. Either damage or
Racing from the control line.
the wrong tyres or penalties to serve.
No lift and coast required.
And I've got brand new
Copy.
inters and fuel to spare and full batteries to push with.
Copy.
Okay, Ricciardo left
I just want to get
box.
points,
Ricciardo left
just to
into
protect
box
my
this
lead
lap.
in the constructors.
Okay, Fernando has boxed.
Magnussen and Porsche have still yet to pit. Getting those two. I'm getting those two. And with another change of weather coming up, where it's going to go full wets again later, that'll bring me back into it as well if I can time the pit stop right. Points are definitely on. I don't think I'm going to get any better than that, but points are definitely on. I can get to Albon. And Stroll. Porsche finally pits. Magnussen stays out again. That's bizarre. Why is Magnussen staying out? Alright, how far behind am I? I'm 26 seconds behind Ricciardo. But I'm closing.
And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
Okay.
Time to really go for it.
Very good lap.
Alright, this lap's not going to be quite as quick. Got no battery push this lap, but I've got plenty of tyres to push with before the weather changes again. More than most of the field, because I pit for fresh tyres under the safety car. Gaps come down to 24 seconds. Say, I'm in this just for points now. 9th and 10th is my target. Sponsors are going to hate me because I'm going to fail all my objectives. I'm going to end up owing money to the sponsors. But all those guarantees we made are going to break. The streaks are going to break as well, especially the brand new one I started for this race. It's going to cost me nearly $1 million, I think. We've got money to spare, but see, we did 125, 121.5 and a 121.4. And Perez did a 122.4. We're a second a lap faster than Perez right now. And Ricciardo's got himself stuck behind Porsche, where he's going to stay for a little while without the benefit of... I'm still driving in clean air, turn that off. With both drivers, damn it, I could be going even faster. I wonder why I was not pushing, not going as fast as I thought I could go. Alright, is this just a small increase in water, or is this where it starts to go back towards wet tyres? Could Magnussen actually get through this without having to pit? Got to keep an eye on that track water level. Had another lockup, and that's Porsche at the last corner, or last but one corner.
Is that a lockup?
So that releases Ricciardo, and it brings Russell within 16 seconds now of actually moving up a position. Okay, track's drying again, so it was just a small blip. That's good. Alright, so Perez, we're doing 121.6s. Perez is doing a 122.7, so we're still over a second a lap faster. And we are gaining on Ricciardo by 1.5 seconds a lap. Although his pace will probably improve now that he's in clean air. If we get another safety car and I can close right back up and then fight my way in and win this race, that would be the biggest upset ever, to be lapped by the entire field with both cars and then win the race
Lock up on the track.
in 30 laps. That would be incredible. Alright, Bottas is through and he is definitely quicker than Perez. But we are still lapping faster than the leaders. We're lapping considerably faster than Porsche. Magnussen dropping all the way down to 15th now. He's got a pit, surely. He's still not pitting. Is there any tread left on those wets?
That was a very good lap.
New fastest lap for Pierre. And we're now less than 2 mil on the track as well. And now Porsche is getting held by Magnussen. Surely this lap. It's less than 2 mil. Surely. He's staying out. Why is he not pitting? I don't understand this at all. I'm not complaining, I just don't understand it. Russell with a new fastest lap. I'm on 20.6. Now Gasly goes even faster. With a 20.5. We are flying right now. Second a lap faster than Bottas. Magnussen has been passed by Porsche. We are 2 seconds away from overtaking for the first time since the restart.
Give us a bit more lift off, please.
Okay.
Lift and coast required.
Yes! We gained a position. Just the small
Good
things.
job.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
I've got to see that again.
Here's
I
the
didn't think I'll
replay.
actually see this.
Now let's look at this. Here's George Russell.
For quite some time I was wondering if we would actually see anything like this. There we go. We've actually overtaken for position.
And there they go, moving up a position in the pack. Back in the garage, the team absolutely loved it.
Never before. Well, I say never before. Never in the last couple of seasons have we been so excited to overtake and gain 16th place. Another new fastest lap. Gasly is almost sub 1 minute to Bottas. We're getting close to slick weather, or slick conditions. It's not going to get that. There's no point. It's about to start getting wetter. We're looking at what, 10 minutes, maybe less than that of these tyres left before we switch back onto the full wets. That's going to help me close some time.
You're doing a good job.
Gasly's through. He got held up a little bit by Magnussen, but he's through.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
There's Porsche in 15th. Oh, and here we go. Do I box this lap? I will with Gasly, but I'll leave Russell out for one more lap, I think.
Box.
Yeah, in the box.
Copy.
Box.
Yes, box. Alright, let's push. Yeah, copy, all good. Okay, recharge on. Copy.
Ah, crap. Just got lapped.
And we keep an eye on the tire temperatures. We will keep an eye on tire temperatures.
Copy.
Straight through. Beautiful. And Magnussen has managed to hang on full wets. Somehow, I don't know how, he's managed to hang on.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please. Copy. Recharge off. Copy.
Beautiful. Straight up the inside. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me?
Charge on, charge on.
Okay.
Okay, you can go charge off.
Yeah.
Alright, Leclerc's pitting. And here comes the full heavy wet weather. And we've got a yellow flag.
Oh, big lock up there. Let's have a
Porsche
look.
again.
Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. And there's the lock-up. It almost got away from them entirely.
I can't believe Magnussen's managed to hang on those tyres all that time. That's a lot of guys still on Inters. Porsche's on the wrong tyres again. He spent all that time on the wrong tyres. He finally pitted for Inters and now he's on the wrong tyres again. Another lockup.
I think there's been a lock-up. Let's take a closer look. Now let's look at this. The focus on Tsunoda. That lock-up could have cost them dearly.
Okay, now we're starting to see some pits. Ocon and Norris are in, Vettel's in, Tsunoda's in. Bottas is still out there, and that is excellent news for us.
We're doing a great job.
There he is, going through Tosa. This is going to give both of my guys a real boost in trying to overhaul him.
Ricciardo in the pit lane. Ricciardo in the pit lane.
Alright, here we go. This is Russell's chance to actually gain a couple more places here. Can we get Alonso and Ricciardo? They're coming out of the pits. It's going to be tight. Going to get Ricciardo. I don't know about Alonso. Yeah, we didn't get Alonso, but we did get Ricciardo, so we're up to 14th. Everyone in front of us is now, apart from Stroll, is on the right tyres, but Stroll will hopefully slow everybody else down. I don't think he will. I think he'll do what we had to and just immediately pull over and get out of the way. Bottas finally pits. But that's ruined his race. He's going to drop off the podium. Stroll finally pits as well.
Okay, that's good, Pierre, very good.
And a new position. just gained by Williams.
Another yellow flag. Is that someone else going into Tosa? That's just running wide.
Who's running wide there?
Verstappen. That's just the exit of that chicane coming up.
Keep it up.
He'll have run wide on the exit there. Alright, 13th. Just 3 seconds off a Stroll. Porsche finally pits for the correct tyres. Russell is definitely on for points. Gasly, I'm not so sure. But Porsche, Russell is definitely on for points. Gasly's tyres are going to be mud by now. 50%. Wow, I thought they'd be worse than that. So the whole field now on the correct tyre. We're 2.5 seconds a lap faster than the leader right now. And that's another yellow flag in sector 2. That is Porsche. Oh, it's another safety car. We are back in this.
Safety car, safety
We
car.
are so back in this. Can we pull off the unthinkable and actually win this race? Porsche's out. Has he damaged anybody in the process?
And keep going with the lift off. You're doing very good job. Keep going with the lift off.
Copy.
Okay, it's recharge on.
Yep, fine.
I'm not seeing the replay. Didn't see a replay. Oh, I don't think we're going to win. I just don't think we're going to have... I don't think we're going to have time. I don't think we'll have enough laps. But we can get both our cars into the points here. And I will quite happily take that. Given the utter disaster of the middle part of this race. Safety car has picked up the leaders, so hopefully we won't spend too long behind the car. Magnussen finally pits for new tyres, serving that penalty. That gets him out of the way of Gasly. That's good. I gotta say, I hate the wet races for my nerves, but for the drama on a stream, you can't beat the wet races. I mean, we get some great racing in the dry, but just the complete chaos of the wet races can throw up some incredible results. When we got our first win here 1 year ago, a race that looked dead and buried after the first 10 laps. And we ended up winning it pretty comfortably with Gasly. Alright, Russell is primed and ready. Gasly will be on the back of the grid, sorry, on the back of the train. Won't necessarily have a full battery, but it'll have fuel and tyres to spend as soon as the lights go. Oh, Gasly might be fully charged by the end of this lap. Right, I need the safety car in this lap. It's giving me the best possible chance, the most number of laps available. Come on, FIA, pull the safety car in. It's dry enough, we can go racing. Come on, in this lap, in this lap, in this lap. It's not coming in this lap. Damn it. Damn, 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 damn. Alright, next lap it's coming in. What lap are we on? Okay, we're on lap 55, so we're going to have 8 laps. 8 laps of full tilt to try and gain as many places as possible. In pretty appalling conditions. It's going to be glorious.
We can take a look now. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel. They've taken that far too wide.
I was all excited. Oh, he's going to be in the gravel. No, he just slightly cut the corner. He's gone wide. Overly dramatic there from Crofty, as always. That's something they need to improve next season. The god-awful commentary from Crofty. Alright, the whole field's together. Come on, let's go racing.
Let's go recharge off. Recharge off.
Okay.
No lift and coast required.
Come on, I'm ready, I'm ready. The whole grid's ready, let's go. Ignore Magnussen. Let's go, let's go.
Let's lift
Go,
off, please.
go, go, go. Come on. Come on. Don't want to spend another lap behind the safety car. I'm going to have to spend another lap behind the safety car. Oh, this is killing me. Come on. So we're going to have 7 laps. No, 6 laps. Oh, 7 laps. We're going to have 7 laps of racing. Assuming the car does come in this lap. It better come in this lap. Why is Magnussen driving so damn slow? Why isn't he not on the back of the field yet? Don't tell me he's on inters. No, he's on full wets. Speed up, Kevin. Right, finally.
Okay.
All right, let's keep closing up. Great job.
Yep.
Here we go.
Okay, we need some deploy.
7 lap sprint.
Seven, including this one.
Tyres are not over, well, tyres might be overheating, but they're fine. You can push.
There's an overtake from Williams.
There we go. Gasly's through against Ricciardo. Russell is through against Stroll. No, he's not. Yes, he is. There we go. Now Vettel.
Okay, mate, good job.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
Come on, you can get this move done. The inside. Good lad. Sonoda for points.
Good job, keep it up.
We had to brake because of the yellow flag. Oh,
Oh, they've run wide.
oh, you're killing me, guys. Come on. We're in the points. There we go.
Nice work.
And we're going to get Norris as well.
Very good job.
I've got no battery left.
Okay, good job.
Russell's up to 9th.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Copy.
Okay, Pierre, we don't have enough battery.
Yeah.
Gasly up to 13th.
We've got 5 laps remaining.
Okay, good job, thank you.
Press and hold overtake now, please. Press and hold overtake now.
Come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, copy.
Nah, not quite.
No more DRS.
Copy.
Four laps remaining.
Come on, Gasly, you can get in the points. Oh, it's too late for the win, yeah. Yeah, like when the win's gone. Oh, someone locked up. Who was it? Who was it?
2 cars
Oh,
out.
another safety car. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Alright, well the field is pretty close together, so...
It's a crash, and it's more than one car. Let's take a look at the replay.
These were cars behind me. I was really hoping it was going to be someone in front of me, but I didn't think it was. But the field is still really close, so hopefully the safety car will be over pretty quickly. It gives me a chance to get some battery on the car without losing position. I can maybe gain another place or two.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Copy.
If I can get both
Okay,
cars
recharge
into the
off,
top
recharge
10,
off.
that would be a huge
Yeah,
result.
we'll be all good.
I've got the car to do it, now it's a
3
question of
laps
am I
to
going to
go.
have enough laps to do it. I'm hoping the car's going to come in at the end of this lap. Even just one lap of charging up like this. Burn off some of this
No
extra
lift
fuel.
and coast required.
Copy.
I was just looking at that thinking, is it going to be worth gambling for Inters? And the answer is no. But if it was like 4.3, I would be boxing for Inters right now. At least I would for Gasly. Russell I would leave in ninth because that's points, and you don't throw away points with a lap and a half to go. Come on, safety car, come in. or at least come in at the end of the next lap. Give me one lap of full tilt. Everything I've got. Please don't finish behind the safety car.
Two laps to go.
I don't understand how the rain dropped so much. You know, we lost like 3 mil of water off the track in that 10-minute window, and the second the race started, it went straight back up by 3 mil. That's I call bullshit on that. There's some definite shenanigans going on for that one. And that's what cost us the win. You know, I looked at that and I knew that there was going to be that downward trajectory, and I saw that we were advancing 10 minutes. And I thought, okay, if it's that much lower,
okay, safety car
then
is
it's got to be the start of that downward trajectory to be, you know, that much less rain on the track. And instantly it just shot up by 3 mil, and it ruined our race completely.
Racing from the control line.
Copy.
This is it. Last lap.
Last lap, let's make it count.
Alright, we got Gasly past Tsunoda. And we got past Verstappen.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Okay, well done, mate.
Now we're past Schumacher. We're in 7th.
Excellent job. Well
We're
done.
in 10th.
Good job.
Oh no! No, 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 no,
Out of the way.
no, no, no.
Let's see what happened there. Now let's look at this. Here's George Russell. And there's the
Oh,
collision.
George.
It's caused absolute carnage. And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances. It's a collision.
15th and a time penalty.
Perez
Gasly got
has crossed
8th
the line
because two
first.
cars in front of him just went bye-bye. At least we got points, but jeez. I don't know which one of my drivers had the fastest lap
Here's
either.
Gasly. A
I hope it was
promising
Gasly.
result from him today. This was a mixed performance from Williams today. Some excellent decisions and then some strategies that will need a bit of work.
Yup, plenty for them to think about and strategize, and certainly a good enough result for now.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
What could have been? Russell was the one with the fastest lap. Shit. So we lose the bonus point. Max takes the lead as expected in the drivers, but only by 4 points. Where did Max finish in the end? Oh, 7th, of course, yeah, because we actually overtook him right before we crashed. God, if Russell had stayed on, he would have actually extended his lead in the Drivers' Championship over Max. That would have been crazy. But Sainz closes right up, 18 points for his second place. He's now within 4 points. George just hanging on by way of the fact that he has a win and Sainz doesn't. That's the only reason George is in second right now. Gasly does claw back, a couple of points to his teammate, but loses ground on the rest of the field in front of him. And Leclerc with a good recovery for him as well, gaining 15 points. Perez jumping up 7 places with that win. 7 places. Good result for him. More points for Aston Martin with Mick coming in 10th. No, climbing up to 10th. He came in 6th. Yeah, 6th place. 8 points for him. And Ricciardo, who was on for points, who was on for a win for so much of the race, ended up finishing nowhere. 11th place. So big disappointment for him. More points for McLaren with Lando there. And Tsunoda even got a point as well. My God. Right, Constructors' Championship. We hold on to the lead, just. We are 5 points ahead of Ferrari, who score 33 to our 4. But Ferrari still without a win this season. Red Bull get their second win of the season. A big points haul for them as well. It's getting close at the top. It's a real three-way fight now. Just 9 points separating the top 3 teams. Mercedes picking up 10 points. Could have been so much more. But they'll take the 10. Aston Martin with 8 points there. Alpine getting 12 and climbing above Haas and closing that gap to Aston Martin. Just 3 points between them now. A development point for Gasly and a development point for Oliver as well. And in the end, we hit all of our incentives. Not quite sure how, and that must be bugged. Yeah, it's bugged. There's no way we actually completed the finish position streak, but apparently we did. We got the fastest lap, even though we didn't get the point. We got the money for it. We got the quali incentive done. And then the guarantees that we made, the only one that we failed was the finish position guarantee. We did, obviously, the Q2 and Q3. So I thought we were going to lose a fortune, and we only lost 72 grand. So we come out with 6 mil. Very nice. Very nice indeed. All right, let's have a look at the damage to our stock of parts. We are down to 2 underfloors. So let's go into project management. We want to increase the number of underfloors. There we go, to 2. What about front wings? We've got to be down on front wings as well now. How many have I got? I have 4. And I've got a new one coming in 3 days. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. That'll be 3 spares. What else? Side pods are fine. Chassis fine. Suspension. I can't believe we didn't get suspension or chassis damage in that crash. Yeah. Let's take a look at the state of Russell's engine after that crash. So his engine's at 67% now. So that brings him kind of a bit closer to Gasly's at 59. Let's take a look at the ERS module. Again, didn't look like it took too much damage, if any at all. Gearbox, though, I think took a whack. Let's have a look. We're at 54% against 47. No, again, maybe didn't take that much of a whack. So I think we got away with that in terms of damage to our powertrain on George's car. Lucky. Very lucky. Right, let's give some more points out. What do I want to work on? What do I want to work on? I want to work on improving Pierre's smoothness slightly. I want to get him up to 85. I know I should probably put that into accuracy, but I want to get his smoothness up a little bit because he is lacking a little in comparison to George. You can see George is at 93 smoothness. George still needs a bit more up here. He needs another point in braking and 3 more points in cornering. So that's his next 4 points allocated already. Let's take a look at Oliver with his new point. That's going straight into braking, and that's where most of his points this season are going to go. And then onto his cornering. Do we have points with our staff? No, 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 and no. Not too far away for Pierre, 3 weeks away. Josh is 3 weeks away. Tondi is 3 weeks away. And Simone Resta is 5 weeks away from a new point. Not too bad. Let's take a look at our pit crew. Pit crew is now up to 50 on wing adjustments. That'll help speed up wing changes. If we break our front wing. Let's advance some time. That's our spare front wings. Hospitality area is in poor condition. Don't care about that. Board are disappointed. Hoping to see a return to form soon. Me too. Tour Centre is in poor condition. That I probably will give a refurb to. Yep, let's go ahead and do that. What else? Yeah, these are getting very low. We're going to have to update these in another race or so, I think. So how much is that going to cost me? It's 7.5 mil to refurb both of those, and that'll probably happen after Miami. What did the board think of the race? Now disappointed. Yeah, we had so many great performances, and now we've had 2 disappointed in 3 races. That's not good. That's not good at all. It's been a very difficult start to the defence of our Constructors' Championship here. But we are still on track to do it. Right, advancing time again. Boardroom update is complete. We've got some scout reports back on various different people in a management position and technical chief positions. So let's take a look. Pierre is only got 8 months left on his salary. Who do we have right now as our technical chief? Resta. I wonder if it's worth trying to poach Pierre at the end of the season. Take him away from Red Bull. Resta would almost certainly go to Red Bull. Let's take a look at Enrico's performance stats. He's marginally better. And we had a look at T Chong as well, because I wanted to see what his stats were like for Aston. I think he's a big part of the reason Aston are getting some recovery here, because his stats are so much higher than the default Andrew Green for Aston. Massively higher. And they are very good stats, actually. Alright, so we've got some scouting to do again. There's nobody else here I really want to scout. I don't think. Yeah, there's nobody there I want to scout. Let's have a look at some aero guys. We've got Tondi. You know, we're not going to bother, because we're going to keep Tondi for as long as we can. We've got years left on his contract. Let's have a look at engineers, though. Bono's in the start of a new contract. I just want to see. Ricardo is definitely someone I would be interested in signing. As would be Hugh Bird. I'd be very interested in signing Hugh Bird. Not really interested in signing Adami. Let's have a look at Jean-Pierre's contract as well. Okay, so that's our 4 scouts allocated out. Low stock on side pods. Yeah, I know, I'm fine. I'm not worried about side pods at all, because it's so rare that they ever get damaged. You can go through an entire season never needing to change a side pod, even if you get big crashes. New ATR period is done, so we can now finally... Oh, we've got low morale from George Russell. Not surprising, given that he crashed out. Let's now go ahead and design that new front wing. New rear wing. So we're going to pump all of our hours into this new rear wing. I want to see a nice improvement in our top speed. It's not huge. It's not a huge improvement in terms of actual speed. It does improve our DRS top speed. It boosts our acceleration. Keeps our cornering pretty good. But we're only gaining 0.08 kilometers per hour. We've got too much drag on the car. It's a question of where do I take it off. Well, this is going to be a good improvement anyway. I mean, we're going to gain, you know, quite a bit in terms of DRS. We're going to gain on low speed. We're going to bump our medium and high speeds up a bit more as well. We will get a slight bump in acceleration and top speed as well. We're going to go ahead and book that in. Let's see, when will that drop? That'll drop in time for Silverstone. Perfect. So, there we go. That is good. That's everything we need right there. And there we go. That is the end of tonight's stream. So, a strange, very strange race. we played a bit of a wildcard strategy at the start, and it looked like it was going to work perfectly. We gave Gasly a huge head start by way of being able to hold people up with Russell. Russell was able to get back, into second very quickly and easily, and was closing down Gasly and pulling away from Ricciardo, who was in third. And then we had the red flag, and then the disastrous call to go on to Inters, reading the track conditions as they were, which then immediately went straight back to what they had been previously. And that one thing destroyed any chance we had of the win. Even with the safety cars, we didn't have a chance. But we got back on the lead lap, having been lapped by the entire field. We got ourselves both cars into the points, and then on the very last part of the very last lap, Russell just goes in way too hot and takes himself out of the Grand Prix, and not only costs us an extra point because he was in 8th at the time, he cost us 7th place, which would have been 6 points, plus he cost us the fastest lap points, which would have been 7 points, and we had a point at the time for Pierre, who was in 10th, so that would have been 8 points we'd have come away with at the end of that Grand Prix, and we came away with 4. So Russell's crash cost us 4 points that we could have recovered there, which is a bit of a shame. But we are still top just of the Constructors' Championship, and we're only 4 points off of Max Verstappen in the drivers. So it's still all to play for. It's still very early days. We're only 4 races in this season, but hopefully things will calm down again in Miami, and we'll be able to really push this new car that we've got to its maximum pace and get a really strong result in Miami, because we kind of need one. It's been especially for Pierre, it's been a very, very weird start to the season. So we will be back on Monday with Haas, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we're going to do our continuation of our challenge stream, and then next Friday we will see if we can crack Miami. So until then, thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.